Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 2 of our Zhatan the Black Realm of Souls campaign. In today's episode, we're going to get back to drilling for the Blood of HASHUT, but first we must actually go ahead and upgrade our drill, so we've actually gained just enough raw materials to go ahead and slot in the high-powered drill assembly line, so we shall. It'll take 3 turns for that to go on in. We could sacrifice a bit of our labor to rush this construction, and actually, you know what? We can go ahead and we go ahead and do that. Progress the quest on up, so we need to win the following battle: Sacrifice and Revelation. Your fusion of Dwarven engineering and demonic sorcery has an abomination of the worst kind. Hang on now. Your fusion of Dwarven engineering and demonic sorcery as an abomination of the worst kind has led the dwarves of the west to send a throng against you. How fitting that the Dari Thagi marched themselves to their own sacrifice to the Father, in return bringing you one step closer to the revelation and desecration of the relics they hold dear. Winning this battle will drop diplomatic relations by 25 with the dwarves, but give us more leadership while facing off against them, and then doubling our experience. The battle is going to have a Dawi force of miners, Dawi warriors, quarrelers, and cannons. So we will want to go ahead and upgrade our force a little bit more than we currently have before we face off this Karaz-Karak expedition. We don't actually have all that much armor piercing, and I think since he has pretty much an advantage here because these cannons can plink away at our war machines. We need to... we just finished that. So we get drilling advancement, so our raw materials output has been increased by 10% faction-wide. Workload is now at 450, and we are going to go ahead and jump in here, take a quick look. This is just the next step. Perfect. That army is nowhere to be seen. That's fair enough. Oh, it's over here. This battle, right? They basically march straight to the gates of Zharr. Alright then. That's a battle we'll face off once we actually get some better soldiers in. I just don't trust our laborers and hobgoblins to face off against a hardened throng of Dawi. So what we're going to do is continue to face off against the lads here, level up a little bit, and once we can upgrade the gates of Zharr here, or even just gain another access to one more war machine, I think we'll be a little bit more healthy once we do so. So once our armaments get on up, we'll add our extra war machine on in there, and then we'll probably go for some warriors so we can have a little bit of a stronger front line. Our hobgoblin soldiers can be traded out. The archers are going to be awesome, but these frontline soldiers just not quite going to be cutting it. Not against stronger forces later on. We're going to be in March. We're going to drag ourselves on over. That way we can either pounce on the Lamian Sisterhood or Mount Gunbad, whichever one we choose. If they decide to attack us, even in March stance, I think we can pretty easily fight them off just by cornering up and blasting away with our nasty flaming artillery, which will also slow the enemy's healing down. For our next technology, since we are Zhatan, I really don't mind the idea of going for the Master Convoy Master, or I guess the Veteran Convoy Master. We'd have to rank in, or I guess recruit in brand new Convoy Overseers, though, which is a bit unfortunate. We could go for the Envoys to the Conclave, giving us more diplomatic relations with all of the Chaos Dwarfs. We don't really care about our brethren that much. Which one is going to allow us to actually work through better artillery? Think of raising, extra ambush. Movement range is probably pretty good, but it's going to cost a bit of armaments to actually make our way on through. Tactical review. Yeah, where's our... There they are. The artillery teams are on the Dawi Zharr side. Continuous bombardment, extra explosive damage, ammunition, and missile strength. And even more for those Skullcrackers and Iron Demons. Yeah, definitely want to work our way through there. We have Stronghold Syndrome for now. I think we actually do want to work our way up to the Hobgoblin Quartermasters at some point, just because it gives us extra experience gain for them by 50%, which is pretty awesome. We're going to come over here to Hollow Rounds, make our Chaos Dwarf Warriors a bit more sturdy, and then I think we'll come on up here to either the Future of the Dawi Zharr or the Finest Leaders. That way we get even more capacity for our Demons Smith Sorcerers, which we already have in a single one. Agreed, bud. Check our diplomacy just real quick. I don't think we can make any deals without working over a good bit of gold, and I don't feel like doing that. Alright then. One more turn. And a convoy encounter. Hellforge in a handbasket. A Hobgoblin Wolf Rider, your raider, is being ready to ride out with a resupply of improved Hellforge armory surplus for the convoy. While ensuring he delivers as much of his scrawny frame can carry, he also need to decide which equipment he will give the convoy the greatest chance of successfully repelling any threats. So we can give them sharper axe blades, 20% more weapon strength and 10 attack, or clad and durability, more armor, and melee defense. I mean, buffing the bull centaurs by 20% sounds kind of insane. Extra armor sounds really useful too. Melee defense is going to keep them from taking hits in return. Let's go for wielding destruction. Be as aggressive as possible. Carry those blades, little fella. And Thaikuz has actually completed his convoy, gaining us 394 new servants. Welcome. And upon completing it, the Haunted Forest holds no horrors for the Zharr. Instead, the products of our empire's tireless labor have brought about a unique prize from among those whispering trees. Perhaps it'll be a benefit to the Zharr-Naggrund, or perhaps a benefit to you alone. A Ring of Thorns and the Graveguard, which seems to be the most common reward for going to the Haunted Forest. I don't know if there's other rewards available, but we'll take it. Dangerous cargo. We need to complete a trade with the military convoy, getting us more cargo and armaments. Sounds good to me, and actually I think we can go ahead and gain even more war machines, so activate. And this will give us extra ammunition storage for our manufacturing options. So we're to come into the manufactory and click over on the war machines option. For 12. So the upkeep would be 12 on it. So would it be 12 to activate and 12 to upkeep? We could pretty easily keep up with this. For now. Yeah, so 24 to purchase and then 24 to upkeep. Well, we can't quite go with the 24 upkeep for now, so we will take this on off, and as soon as we have a little bit more armaments being produced, our war machines will immediately get themselves some more ammunition. As long as they have more than 25% health, they have Hellbound, giving them magical attacks and more physical resistance, which is only on their melee. Bound Barrier Demon sounds very nice. Give them a little bit of hit points. They can do a bit more trading with other artillery. Immune to contact effects, extra powder. Extra powder's an obvious. Forge Fire, Blazing Body. Extra reload is also an obvious. Cool. We'll be able to buff our artillery to high heaven. Looks like the AI is going to be cowardly. They're even cowardly with each other. You have two armies here. Why aren't you moving in for the smash? It's just some orcs. What kind of all-powerful vampires are you guys? Let's get this battle going then. We are going to immediately declare war. Who are you guys at war with already? Oh, they're trading with Clan Grydus.
Yes, let us parley.
Of hopelessness? Does Zhatan strike you as a hopeless man? He strikes me as a man that likes beating people on the head for fun. Let's go make it happen. We are going to attack these fools in raiding stance. I'm going to make sure everything's good on the home front, though. Wouldn't mind upgrading the Overseer's camp here, but may want to go for the money pit first. Make sure we actually have gold flowing. Then we definitely need in another main army. Although control also would be very useful. Only increase it by 2. We're dropping by 9 now. I think we're probably gonna have to deal with a rebellion before too long. Let's just throw in the money pit for now. Get a little bit extra gold. And I think we will throw in the bivouacs as well, so we can get some actual cavalry, some speedy boys moving around, kind of counter our enemies. Because we only have the one unit of speedy dudes here, and what we're going to be using to counteract the others are just the expendable fools that we don't care about. Let's get in there. We need more laborers. These undead work fine. Makes a little difference. Oh yeah, I forgot to add your Ring of Thorns. Ah, big fool. Alright, well, that's one less tool to be dealing with our enemies here, but I don't think we should have too much trouble. If we can bring down the necromancers, we can pretty easily defeat our enemy. The issue is actually getting them into a fight. The auto-resolve says we are going to have a easily decisive victory with medium casualties, which will probably wipe out most of our hobgobs. This is a big old battle. I would like to fight it myself. Let's go ahead and see what kind of terrain we're rolling with. Ooh. This looks really, really useful for them. They can kind of storm up and over the hill and avoid our line of sight for a while. We may want... We're on the attack, so they're not going to be coming to us no matter what. This will be a tough one. Let it begin. Alright. We'll start our deployment on up. We have 12 winds of magic to work with. And yeah, this is an interesting map. We have a nice choke point to work with, but they're actually deploying in a pretty unfortunate spot for us. We can probably make this work just fine, though. So we're going to have all of our Hobgoblin Akazaz up front. We'll group them up a little bit more. We've got some funky lag going for this map here. We'll have those guys up front, ready to fire on anyone that comes across this little land bridge here. It'll be pretty easy to actually rotate them back once the other forces make their way in. We'll have the shotguns out on the side, with the more healthy sneaky gits and the wolf riders up front. If we can drag them over into the sneaky gits, these dire wolves here, of course. All of the hobgoblin arrows, Zharr warriors. Goblins and workers, artillery teams, and the boys. Okay, so they'll have the sorcerer up front, Zhatan up front as well. Gordoz hold the side. Go ahead and have some of the hobgoblin cutthroats ready to throw down. Brutus Hobgoblin. Bring them like that, and we'll have the actual warriors up in their place. Bring them on over as well. And they will create a kind of shell around our shotguns once the other team shows up, because these Zharr warriors can hold out forever against skeleton warriors and zombies. Should be no trouble against the undead. This battle started. You guys get some shots in where you can, but obviously do not rush them down. Go ahead and bring you forward. Get the magma cannon. Oh, I didn't move these guys in. Big fool. Makes me frown. Alright, let's get you, move you up. We'll drop in the burning head pretty soon, as soon as we have enough magics to actually cast the stronger version. Hobgoblins up. Pull you guys away. You're going to take a little bit of damage on the charge. Way more damage than I expected with that physical resistance they have. They are going to stay very dedicated to chasing down my hobgoblin horse archers there, which is fine with me. Stay dedicated. Let's launch a fire, burning head through all of those slow-moving zombies. Yeah, taking a lot more damage than I want, but we should be able to chase them off, and as soon as they do turn tail and run, we will be... Well, they don't run, that's why. They're dire wolves. The undead. Played that a bit foolishly, though. Although all of those units there are completely gone, wiped out. The fact that these hobgoblins struggling this much is a bit unfortunate. We're probably going to get these sneaky gits taken out by the new army spawning in. Send you through. Try to take out the Lord. You should have no way to escape now. You drop into this group here. Just keep knocking those magma cannon shots in. These guys gonna get bogged down by skelly warriors. That's fine. Keep you guys running. They are faster than you, but you should actually be able to keep a little bit of pace there. Here comes the other army. Ooh, a weak shot hits into the trees there. Alright, we're going to rotate most of the force here. Once these other zombos get a little bit closer, you move up and start tearing into them with shotguns. Sorcerer. Burn and fire. Zhatan is destroying the necromancer. Let's make sure he can't leave. Get our hobgoblins in. Brawls with the dire wolves there. Finish them off quick. Move up, start firing on any zombie you can find. Magma cannon, turn and start firing on this group over here. Same thing with the Death Shrieker. You're doing fine there. Let's finish these guys off first. We can drop a single cast of Burning Head in. I'm keen to bounce it off. Oh, it's going to bounce the wrong way. It does tell you which way it's going to bounce, though, so that's good to know going forward. Don't take out any of our hobgoblins by mistake there. You guys fire in here. Here comes a whole horde of bats. Laborers get over there and stop those bats from getting too close. Burning Head is going to destroy our hobgoblins. Love to see it. Alright, the first necromancer has fallen. Trying to get involved with these guys. Zhatan, you go hunt down this vampire lord. No one else matters. Get your contempt flowing. Bring these shotguns back. You guys fill in. Alright, those individual groups are pretty much finished off. Let's go ahead and move away from these zombies here. No reason to take free damage. Holding out fine against the undead. Bring the other boys forward. The shotgun should be able to start firing in pretty quickly. We'll bring them very wide. Goblin holding in just fine. Come on, Zhatan. We really need him on his llama suit so we can move a little quicker. I think he gets to doing a really good job holding down a position from a long ways off. Really am enjoying that unit. They may die in droves, but that doesn't matter to me at all. Alright, come on over here, bud. Need you to be bringing down this vampire lord. Heard it start firing. Stop anyone from reinforcing, please. Go show them how much better you are. Magma cannon blast over here. Magma's Akaza. Oh, you guys can't shoot very well. Bad line of sight. Move you forward a bit. Zhatan, avoid these skeletons if you can. Gordo's moving on through. Where's my mage? We have all sorts of damage we can cause here now. Blast it right through. Hobgoblins, pull back. You guys move in and just bog this group down. Archers, come on forward. Get to work on it then. Let's launch a fireball at the, I guess, back of the back line. I meant to launch it at the Lord there. Really great shots being ripped in. I'll go ahead and activate your crooked dice. Actually, you need to jump this skelly group of skelly spearmen so they don't get in on my shotguns. Slow motion battle shots here now. Zhatan's not exactly fighting who I want him to, but man, is he a demon. Or Frank. He wasn't working hard enough, we could all tell. He is very tall, and these skeletons are very, very short. Dwarf he is not. Or at least we have a bunch of dwarf skeletons coming on in. Yeah, it's Treat Rocket. The sheer amount of flames that this army uses makes it my favorite. The multicolored arrows, well, chef's kiss every time. Sucker for flaming arrows. Did they do much in history? No, not really. But they're so awesome. Alright, these guys have been engaged by the skeletons. Let's bring some dudes over to help out. Zhatan, drop down the snare net on old boy here. Make sure he's going nowhere. Chuck a fireball in on these skelly warriors. About to lose this group, let's pull them on back. Magma cannon fire on a unit you actually can hit. Shotguns, as they're in guard mode, they will still fire even though they are in melee. So the ones that aren't in melee can start blasting with their shotguns. Pull them back so we don't get too much friendly fire though. Ooh, they just start blasting, pretty much. There Yosemite Sam. Slice of victory. Let's get it. No mere victory. We only lost a few in that battle. 364 of our own falling. We actually did manage to snag some labor somehow. Every single one of the Lamian Sisterhood's soldiers has been crushed. Although it looks like a few of them did come back due to that goofy mechanic. We'll see how many of these guys we have to hunt down again. We will go ahead and actually... we'll transport the captive. 658 is a lot. We've got a great Taurus now. Awesome. I know we have the Ring of Thorns. I meant to put it on Zhatan. Anyway, Zhatan has himself a big ol' angry Red Bull. They do give you wings. Oh, it's a low-hanging joke. Alright, Zhatan, we're going to make you stronger. We have got your Tyrant on activated, although Logistician, or the extra casualty replenishment, I think we'll go for first. Just keeping our Dawizar warriors fighting after the battle is just going to be really important. These are very nice too, and moving on down to Unbridled Cruelty is going to be amazing. But we'll grab another point into the replenishment rate all the way up to max, and then we'll start actually activating his more deadly skills. We should gain a quest for the Armor of Gazrak in the start of the next turn. We'll give you the Ring of Thorns. Thank you, sir. Keep Zhatan a little bit more healthy in battle. He'll be able to reflect off any kind of nonsense headed in his way. We will jump the final point into the Burning Head there, and we'll start probably working on his scouting and corruption. Because we do need more magical items. The Stabbiest. Indeed. Unit experience gain 100% extra for all Hobgoblin and Wolf Raider units. That's amazing to see there. Our first convoy has himself some skills, so we're going to go for cargo capacity. Better scales is really great, but I think we can probably wait until he gains another skill point while out on the trail to go for that one. That's what I usually like to do. I don't tend to worry about the Wayfinders just because getting in these battles is not a bad thing at all. Although the ambushes are no fun, but I don't mind getting thrown down with in an actual fight. So we'll grab the cargo capacity. That army didn't get to fight anyone. He had all the ogres. Zhatan. We can't quite make it into undead lands. That's probably why they stuck where they were. Not undead, but the orc lands. That's really unfortunate. Okay, so we'll stay right in here then. We're going to have to move even quicker to bring down the orc menace before going after the undead, because we have started off a fight with them. We defeated both of their armies, but they may have another one kind of hanging around. So we're going to want to probably recruit in another one of our lords pretty soon. Let's first go ahead and upgrade the Overseer's camp in the Desolation of Drakkenmor, which is right on their territory. If we see anyone coming, we can pretty easily take that money back, but this is kind of just banking it for now. They could appear from the fog out of nowhere, but we'll take the chance. Zhatan, you are almost at full next turn. That'll be great. We will probably throw in a new lord next turn. That way we have some more defenses back on the home front and against the inevitable onslaught. No more deals. No more deals. That's fine. Ooh, another convoy encounter, a Hobgoblin tribute. An eager tribe of half-brain hobgoblins have appeared from seemingly nowhere, intending to offer their services. HASHUT only knows where they were hiding. Despite their frankly annoying enthusiasm, their blades could come in handy. Or perhaps you could make use of this blessing they keep rambling on about. We could add some Hobgoblin Cutthroats or replenish our forces. I mean, do we really want 2 Hobgoblin Cutthroats, or do we want some actual replenishment? Let's go for just the blessing is fine. And we'll grab the Armor of Gazrak after occupy, loot, raise, or sack 2 different settlements. Zhatan's master, Gorth the Cruel, keeps his brutal commander busy by having him satisfy Zharr-Naggrund's insatiable demand for fresh laborers. To help wield his military power effectively, Gorth regularly arms Zhatan with equipment from his own arcane armory. Such murderous toys do not always come without strings, however, and Gorth does not hesitate to continually challenge Zhatan to prove himself. Thus, his latest order is for Zhatan to spread the warhost of Zhar's authority by annexing more lands, in turn further feeding Zharr-Naggrund's ruthless industrial machine. In return, Zhatan will receive a piece of armor that belonged to one of the greatest Chaos Dwarf warriors to ever have led the hosts of the Dawizar. Look at the Armor of Gazrak, so every time he is taking damage, his damage resistance is going to be increasing up to 30%. And we gain a little heap of convoy influence. Lovely, the call has come, it's war. Those who honor HASHUT's blessing shall receive his infernal... Those who honor HASHUT shall receive his infernal blessing. Adding words on end. Alright, Dad. You and your big hateful bull need to get moving on down. We'll deal with Crusher and his few remaining forces here. could sit for one more turn and do some replenishing, but I think we'll just jump into a raiding stance. And move about halfway down. We won't replenish, but that's fine, because it's just a few extra soldiers there. If we can bring Crusher on out, that'd be great. But Mount Gunbad doesn't have nearly enough defenders to keep us back with our artillery pieces, so we will move on in pretty quickly there, and we will recruit another lord over here at the Desolation of Drakkenmor. We already have an overseer being Zhatan himself, so let's grab a overseer, sorcerer prophet rather, of HASHUT. Needful or hateful. Oh, fighting against vampire counts and coast. I mean, I don't really care about his leadership all that much. Let's go for Indranger, the Needful. Welcome, bud. And he's probably going to end up being our Kevin for this campaign. Good sir. I think we want to recruit you in an Iron Demon, and we can bring this over to Zhatan once he has claimed his lands. Yeah, so do we want a Skullcracker or an Iron Demon? Skullcracker seemingly is identical. That's kind of strange. It has a wall breaker effect. That's it. So you know what? Nah, I mean, it's exactly the same in melee, and it just has a wall breaker. We'll go for the Iron Demon then, because it has some guns on the front that actually do suppress the enemy. So we'll go for the one with guns. And then we're down to just a few spots of gold. Let's go for just a couple laborers that kind of have a smattering of a front line. Perfect. Well, I think we can't really do much in our diplomacy still. Everyone dislikes us. Karkadan seems to be someone we can't trust at all.
Bringer of glory.
You relax, Valkia. We're bringing you glory at some point. Glorious battle. Or you can work in the mines. Convoy encounter, the guide. A guide has tracked down our convoy, offering to lead the way to our destination in exchange for a reasonable donation to his pockets. His price is frankly extortionate. As they say in business, time is of the essence. We can pay 500 and follow the guide, or find our own path. Now we don't need you. Strong and independent. Thunderguts are gone, and the Dripping Fangs have been wiped out by Harakazul. Okay, well, yeah, I'm sure they have aversion to us, and they don't like trespassing. That's a weak army, though, Cazador. Not a single archer among them. Well, now, things have been changed ever so slightly. Looks like these guys are being beat down by... But they had more settlements than this. Just hanging out at the Silver Pinnacle only. Well, in that case, Zhatan, we're going to try something a little bit different. We're going to sprint as fast as we can. Bring down the Silver Pinnacle. Move very quickly.
For the wisdom of Valea.
I don't see Cazador doing anything but going back across or starting a war with the Scabby Eye Orcs, which they have even worse relations with than ourselves. We are only 99 negative, and these guys are 139. There is an anti-player bias, we'll have to keep that in mind. But bringing down the Silver Pinnacle, probably a very good idea. Get those gems added on in. Pithuk here, we'll go ahead and give you... Asian's not a bad one, but let's go for scouting so we gain a couple more magical items in our battles. And it's hanging out. We will go ahead and give you some hobgobbos, although they are really expensive, these hobgobbos. How much labor are we rolling with? Plenty, and actually let's go ahead and send some back to Zharr-Naggrund for a bit more conclave influence. Create the money pit for locked stores, giving even more income generated. Gates of Zharr can also be upgraded, which is going to be amazing. So we're going to immediately spend all of those raw materials there. It's going to take 7 turns. We'll probably spend some labor to rush it as we get a little bit closer. Not yet. That's a lot of labor to be throwing immediately down the drain. We shall be throwing some fools at the tower of Zharr-Naggrund. And then throwing in some locked stores there. Make sure we're getting even more gold a turn.
For the wisdom.
There are about to be a whole bunch of fights kicking off all at the same time. Let's see. issue with our military convoys is we don't have enough gold or armaments really to send on out to anyone, so we're going to kind of have to wait. Once Drakbeard has finished his convoy, hopefully our economy is kind of stabilized out a bit. Alright. Kill that one. We need to go fight the Caravan of the Blue Roses. We gain a standard of Zharr. Gives everyone around you +4 melee defense. 35 meters. We'll get to it. Don't you worry. On. We won't be foolish. We'll come on to the edge of our territory. Otto von Drak is recruiting on up. And Uli Gerhoff is up on the top. We are scared of you, all of 0. We'll jump into an ambush. Stick them, shoot them. Get them. Ooh, tough call. Extra melee attack and weapon strength. That's probably the one we go for. We have a lot of archers, though, so let's go for shoot them. Give us even more ammunition and weapon strength, missile strength there. Up by 10%. So up from 15 to 17. Not bad at all. We will hang out here, and then as these guys continue to recruit up, we will definitely come on back down and fight Karak Azul as soon as we kind of deal with some of these orcs around here. Gain our laborers the old-fashioned way. Alright, we're at 1,000. We're going to be losing 200. 540 would put us in a deficit, which we definitely don't want. I may go ahead and send even more back to Zharr-Naggrund, or just sell them for a bit of gold. Keep our coffers nice and healthy. I think we will. Take a quick look at the Tower of Zharr. They still have not gotten a single seed in, have they? Come on, lads. Gotta work harder than that. I'm already almost to the second one. Zhatan the Awesome is what they should call him. Alright. Inin, let's give you some Hobgoblin archers. Go for 3 of them. That'll drop your income, our overall income, by 300, and this guy will increase it by 250. Should be fine. We'll just be barely positive. We'll be squeaking by for a little bit, but once we break some of these other armies, we should be able to haul it in the gold, no problem. Quick look at our diplomacy real fast.
Consort.
Click through the buttons real quick. I'm not sending any money anywhere. So, such is the way for you guys then. Once we break the Silver Pinnacle, we'll get to all of these quest battles we have laying around. Technology researched. A high-velocity bullet at close range can damage the mind, shattering skull, shredding the brain, and severing the spine. 8% more missile strength, and 6% less reload time. We have several armies to crush here. We're going to go after Uli Gerhoff first. Decisive victory. That's a pretty large group of zombies you have there. It'd be a shame if something happened to them. Smush. We lost almost no one in the fight. We will be transporting them right back to our fortress for new labor assignments. Come on over here and deal with Otto von Drak. Should have probably done battle with the first one so we can auto-resolve this one a little bit better, but we will crush this army here. And actually, we will fly in and fight this one. I'm remiss for not doing the second one. We'll make sure there are no casualties so we can easily bring down the Silver Pinnacle. Let's get it. Alright. We need to kind of set up where we can easily fire into our enemies there with our magma cannon and such. So we'll kind of get you at a nice angle. And then the Death Shrieker rocket here. We'll have the sneaky gits, making sure that no dire wolves try anything nonsensical. All of our archers and everyone else. As such, these guys turn forward. Archers up front. And then we'll do the Dabizar warriors. One of them at a slant. Not both of them, just a single one. Where a unit of blunderbusses can actually fire over. That's where the hounds are, so we may want to keep them back. Instead, knowing full well he didn't want to keep him back. Wolf Riders and Nasty boys should work out well together. Have some laborers in the back here to throw themselves away if need be. Same thing over here. Up and around, so there's a bit more of a gap. Good. Alright, so all of the dobbies are artillery, the boys, and battle begin. You go right over the top. Actually, go deal with those bats first. Time for Zharr-Naggrund. Whatever that means. Alright, everyone else. Bring yourselves forward. Magma cannon's already starting to fire some shots away. Blasting those zombies to bits. Go ahead and get some damage reflection so those bats mostly block right off. Deal with them pretty quickly. Get him, Zhatan. Dire Wolves got handled. And now we'll bring the guys back over to the rest of our archers. Bring these shotguns out to the field so they can actually start firing away. Spear at least going down on Zhatan. Think he's scared? He and his big angry bull are dealing with your Fellbats. I can go through these guys now. Drop in the overcast burning head and see most of these zombies off to the spirit realm. We'll clear cut this forest together. Magma cannon, try to rip some shots in over there where you can actually hit. Well, it doesn't look like it actually has good line of sight there. Zhatan, go ahead and weaken the zombie you are currently trying to fight there. Here you go, you undead fool. Enjoy death. A second time. All of our hobgoblin archers start firing away. Blunderbuss is moving on forward. Might as well chuck a fireball into the line. Brutus Hobgobbler. Their gun does insane damage. And then everyone else gets shot to death with the actual fire arrows. Go ahead and stop you from firing. No reason to be shooting at anyone else, and actually, Lad is fighting off Zhatan pretty well here. Get him out of here. Victory. And the fool falls. Yeah, that was nothing at all. We can probably go ahead and transport some more captives back, but I think this time we'll actually go for the replenishment. 200 captives would have been very nice, but there will be plenty more. Zhatan, we're going to get you into March stance. You can easily deal with these fools coming on up. Gordos has gained himself a giant wolf, so he'll be even faster. Great Taurus loses quite a bit of melee attack and defense, but he is a big old beast in combat. So Zhatan, let's give you that final point into... Well, we are in enemy territory, so let's go for Survivalist. Enemy territory changes things. Grab the secondary point of scouting there, and shoot him. 15% more missile strength. 17 up to 18. Hugest of increases. Every little bit counts. We'll bring in kind of down south here. Once Zhatan has finished off the Silver Pinnacle, we'll move them kind of together. Jump in ambush stance so no one knows you're there. Helps you keep an eye on things a little bit easier. Grab a live to work, work to live, increasing the, or I guess decreasing both construction cost and construction time for all of our outpost settlement buildings. Wouldn't be a bad call. Extra raw materials output by 10%. We would have to go through several categories to get to that one, though. Wartime economy. Haven't really been under siege much. I think we may go up here towards the envoys of the Conclave. Because afterwards we get even more casualties captured post-battle there and gain even more control. Yeah, let's start working up towards... We need to get the Bull Centaur Torok building, that we can actually get one of them. Start working up towards the malicious compliance. The drop to plague chance spreading is not bad because we're next to several different factions of the Skaven, including Clan Moors down in the south. Once we can get some more heroes up, we can start sending them out to scout. For now, though, we need everyone, all hands on deck in Zhatan's army. I think we'll probably increase our ability to get more warriors here very soon. By very soon, I mean right now. And we'll activate them once we need them. We'll slot them in. Get Frenzy now, the Rune of Frenzy for all of our melee units, if we were to so choose. Right, a quick jump cut. I had a ring at the doorbell, and it turned out to be apparently nothing. So I guess either some kids were messing around, or someone left off the package, or hit the wrong apartment. Either one, we shall continue our battle, or at least our campaign as follows. We're at 3,000 income. I don't mind that at all, but we are starting to dwindle on our positive income itself. We have 1,200 to our servant capacity, and we can actually go ahead and rush the completion on the Gates of Zharr battlements. And I think we'll go ahead and do this, so we don't have to wait the full 5 turns. Drops our workforce down to 780. But we now unlock a extra position here in the Gates of Zharr. And I am kind of interested in going for the Ash level. The Infernal Castellan. We could also go for the Donation Barrel, just kind of help out with our income at the moment. Vanguard. Yes, I'm tempted to go for the Ash level, just so we can start getting in some more blunderbusses. We would need more armaments for any of the other actual lava fields and such. Yeah, so in the meantime, let's get the Ash level. Build that on up. Get the military flowing. It wants to let us know that we have some more melee infantry runes. The Rune of Frenzy, which will be very nice. Just not yet. What? You think yourself taller than me? I'll chop your legs off. He would like to, have peace. Well, Khalid, there is no peace. Gutrix has finished his convoy as well, giving us 399 raw materials. Well done, lad. Well, Khalid's back. Wonderful. He can see the destruction of the Silver Pinnacle. Personally. We will grab the Lichbone Pennant and give it to Zhatan, since he's most likely to get hit with a Spirit Leech. Would like to kind of protect him from at least a little bit of that. And it says it would be a Pyrrhic victory. What do you think down behind these walls is dangerous? He's Crypt Ghoul, he's gnawing on an arm. We don't have any arms. We have plenty of arms to spare. It'll be very full. I guess they do have the Black Knights, and then Khalid himself is always going to be a menace just because he is a vampire lord. I think we should have no trouble bringing down the Silver Pinnacle. Let's get to it. Right then. The vampire settlements always have one pretty stark weakness, and that is that the sides of each of the settlements do not have a tower. I don't believe that's a tower that's hitting. No, there's no towers on either portion of the wall there. You can attack either one. Whichever has the most positions for the enemy to actually stand in is going to be the best one, so I think we'll attack from over here. We can send some of our sneaky gets in on the other side. Plus the AI is well aware of where they're going, and then we'll have the same issue we had last time. We have extreme range advantage here since they have absolutely zero, so we're going to have all of the hobgoblins moved on up. No fear. They'll be leading the charge. Behind them will be the blunderbusses, ready to blast away at anyone on those walls. The Darwi Zharr warriors. So yeah, whatever he said. Cutthroats going in. And we'll have the sneaky gits. At least I'll have both of them. Seeing about sneaking up and over the walls and see if the AI knows they're there a second time. That'll be kind of amusing. We would know how much they are cheating with their eyeballs then. Our laborers take any free damage. And go claim points once we're over the walls. We'll put them in with Group 2, even though they are kind of expendable. Ranged Lads, Artillery. Death Shriek, you go up front. We did learn that the Death Shriek is actually not all that great at tearing down towers, which seems strange for a rocket labeled the Demolition Rocket, but you know, it is what it is. Magma Cannon we use to blast a hole in the gate. Gorduz. Sorcerer. Angry Bull. We're ready to go. Shoots Bulge. Battle begin. Go ahead and knock that gatehouse down, and they're all in the middle. Death Shriek, can you reach these Black Knights over here? That'd be great. Hit them with a Demolition Rocket. You guys, do your thing. Let's go through the gatehouse instead of going up and over the walls so you don't get as tired. Get a little sleepy otherwise. Alright, everyone who isn't an artillery piece, move you forward. Laborers, let's go ahead and just... Getting on the wall would be the most foolish decision for you guys ever. How much damage? Ooh, really not much. Okay, so we won't waste the ammo. Let's go ahead and have you kind of blast those Graveguard up on top. And we'll have Zhatan go deal with these Crypt Ghouls as well. Yeah, you're... Instead, let's go ahead and have you stop firing at will. And maybe stop firing at anyone. Get you up on a better position, maybe up on this hill, so you can have a little bit more line of sight. Let's go sit up here. My Wolf Raiders, let's bring them back over. We're very lucky that they did not have any nonsense deployed against them. And actually, the Great Taurus, let's not charge on in just yet. We'll get surrounded and attacked by everyone. I don't feel like dealing with it. Zhatan, I would like you just charge in on this group here. Have all of the archers fire on this group of Graveguard. Bring these guys to this position, see if they can actually fire over. Zhatan, let's go ahead and drop the Shield of Thorns on yourself to reflect a lot of that damage. And then drop the melee defense on these Crypt Ghouls here. Taking a little bit of damage. Did expect it. Gorduz, get on in there and start chopping at that gate. Pull you off the wall now. There's no reason to stay in and get surrounded and attacked by absolutely everyone. We can get another charge down. Enemy gates are down. Beautiful. So the sneaky gets through. We'll see just how sneaky the sneaky gets can be. Because as soon as they start capturing points, they usually are then visible. Alright, so Thomas get another charge down on top of these Crypt Ghouls there. Break them in one go. Demolition Rockets doing serious damage. Let's go ahead and make sure you don't get caught by those bats. I see them moving on over to be annoying. All archers. Oh, I see. You pulled back last second, huh? Get him, Zhatan. Clear these walls. Alright, Hobgoblins, you were using a lot of your ammunition here. Let's go ahead and cease fire. The gates are breached. We send in Gorduz. Alright, you and your wolf are incredibly quick, so let's get you away from everyone else. We'll drop in the lucky dice once the bats come down to surround. There are those knights up there as well. Get that extra damage. Zhatan is pulling away so we can get another charge in. And now we can start bringing in the boys. You guys get up on the walls. Charge on in. You guys just move in and block stuff up in the front there. Gorduz is actually taking quite a bit of damage. Hate to see it. Sneaky gets it through. Bring them both in to try to claim this leadership point. Sneaky, sneaky. Alright, archers, you really need to not get caught up in melee with these Graveguard here. Alright, Gordos, let's pull you a little bit out of this. There's a lot of stuff surrounding you. Archers are in melee that they shouldn't be. Let's jump up on top of these walls here. Zhatan. Help Gordos out. Help Gordos out. No one else is coming on over to fight? Looks like they're sending guys over to defend the victory points there, which makes sense. You guys get up on the walls in proper formation there. And then we'll put you back on fire at will. Finish these Fellbats off. Earthquake Stomp. Normally would not be super effective on Zubat, but in this game, we're doing alright. Alright, so you... Where did those knights go? Did they run on away? What cowards. Let's pepper these poor blocks of skeleton warriors with all of the extra damage. Goblin laborers come up front. Blunderbusses, let's get inside these walls here. The goblin laborers up in their positions to kind of hold stuff down. Gordoz on your wolf, let's bring you through. We're gonna go through this way and claim the point, bud. Let's be smart. You can move very quickly. Use that to our advantage. Come over here and attack these goblins. Looks like the boys have been caught. Yeah, the knights knew they were there. Sending them up this path was a bit of a gamble. The AI knows where your invisible targets are and your invisible units are. Bring the boys in. They're just doing the obnoxious stutter step that the AI does. Let's see if it works. Yeah, they dodged that one pretty well. Don is bogged down in zombies and actually taking a lot of damage. Let's pull you through. Go out front, we can blast a nasty burning wind through there. Actually not fighting all that well. These guys are holding in just fine. They're doing alright, but we need to take some points off of them pretty quickly here. You go knock down that gate for that tower that's been bothering us. Shotguns will advance with you guys rather so slowly. Burning head, as soon as we can get it up there, we need to keep him moving. Hobgoblins, let's take up a more forward position. We are allowed to now. They're ceding some ground to us, so we'll happily take it. One in here and smash back into these zombies. We'll claim that point with their help. Wolf Riders, let's get you inside the walls here. You can actually get some damage going. Death Shriek, bring you inside. Same thing with the Magma Cannon. They're just gonna flee on away. Maximum damage going towards our sneaky gits. Alright, we've claimed this position. Let's go ahead and pull them through. Help out with Zhatan's force here. We can charge in on these zombies at the very least. We can threaten this middle zone. I'm happy to do that instead. Gordoz is incredibly quick. Zhatan will probably need that ability later on, so we'll keep things as are for now. You guys moving? Blunderbusses? Two of you can get together pretty easily. Clear out most of these enemies. That position there is real good. We grab a burning head and launch it through. We sure can. There you go. Could go right down the line. There we are. Huge heap of damage. Oh, but it went slightly off to the side there and missed the other units. Alright, Chaos Dwarf Warriors, let's bring you guys in as well. You guys scatter those zombies as they run over. Khan has taken a little bit of damage there, but he's doing fine. Pull him and his angry bull on through and charge into these zombies here. Knights are in. Pull away from the Knights. We'll activate your crooked dice so you actually don't take as much damage. And then turn and attack. The ambush. Call an ambulance, but not for Gordus. Launch a fireball at them as well. You two archers, let's bring you guys up. Alright, those knights are getting stomped. The middle position is ours as well now. The sacrifice of our sneaky gits has not gone unnoticed. Skelly warriors are definitely going to outperform our goblin laborers there, but Zhatan can wade on into the fight and swipe that wing through. Everyone's surrounded, destroy. We'll send all these other lads here that are not artillery based into the next position. You guys move on over. We'll blast anyone and everyone that comes on up those steps. Little by little, we'll take down this fortress. Zhatan, I think now we'll give you the Blessing of Thorns there, just to keep you fighting. We've got some crypt ghouls or something over here claiming back this point from us. Let's go at least take a look at it. Get some arrows in where we can. Bring some archers up to help keep pressure on. What's the plan, guys? My sneaky gits are back invisible. Oh, I'll love to see it. Let's pull back. See if you throw your things at the bad guys, they know you're there. Let's go claim this point from them. Waddle over there indeed. We'll bring you guys forward. The magma cannon needs actual line of sight. It's kind of probably out of commission for the rest of this battle here. The Death Streak does not need line of sight. Bring you guys off to the side. So what's claiming this point here? Gotta be crypt ghouls, right? I'm confused. What was that? There they are. Oh, it wasn't. It was just skeleton spearmen? How are they so invisible? Sneakiest of spearmen. Alright, let's bring these guys on through. The enemy is not keen on moving to us, so we'll just kind of take this position then. We've got plenty of fire, and we're going to let it rain. That poor little cricket. No longer silent. Oh, it did kind of curve up into this unit here. Interesting. Well, now what's the plan? He was waiting for my sneaky gits to come back so we could slay them. The sheer determination at getting rid of those boys is pretty impressive. Let's bring them up the street this way so they turn their backs to our lads there with the bows. Love to hear it. Love to see it. Launch a fireball into the line as well. Give him another volley. Oh, it's right. Kind of all in these trees, so a little bit hard to see. See the hordes of undead back there behind the mist. Give him another volley. I would turn around if I was you. Destroyed. Hopefully it doesn't get to the other unit as well. Skelly warriors are burnt, they're poisoned, they're having a bad day. Alright, sneaky gits, you guys have done enough. Let's come on over and claim this victory point then. Easily eliminating this group. Let's charge Zhatan over the top. Move up the side street there. Shotguns advance. Move past. Sneaky gits, let's just come on behind out of the walls. No reason to take free damage. You guys have done well. Akazaz move forward. We'll bring the laborers up to kind of keep them bogged down. No reason to take free damage. Laborers go bog down the vampire lord there. Get him doing something he doesn't want to be. Same thing here. Keep him focused on something that isn't my shotguns. Flare pistol flies on in.
Goblins!
Reds the line. Let's pull you on away. Get your charge bonus back in. You guys go claim this point. Zhatan, you move up over the top here and bother this vampire wizard. Although I really don't want to get hit with a spirit leech. Never mind, he doesn't have it. He gets stressed out about nothing. Yeah, he doesn't have it. These have a bunch of towers that continue to fire, so let's use the architecture there as a shield. You move forward as well and get that flare pistol firing. Bog down this lord. Wilson, you just passed. Just ignore him fully, go past and attack the point. Nice shot from the death streak, we missed. So, no nice shot, you're done. You're done. Your attacking privileges have been revoked. Let's get you guys blasting away at the Vamp Lord. Nothing else matters. Although the goblins ran immediately. Come on, fella, what's the plan? Zhatan, go around. We'll sneak up on him yet. Gorduz, let's not get charged down, please. Let's bring you out of there. Chuck a fireball at the Vamp Lord. His army losses are finally starting to take effect. Dropped by a fireball. Nice shot, bud. Dodgeball pro. Zhatan, let's go ahead and charge this poor man down. Hit him up with a sadistic snare. He's going nowhere. Let's jog on away so they don't get destroyed by our own shotguns. There we go. And in a single volley of cinder and flame, Vamp Lord is extinguished. A decisive victory. We had a bit of a slog there through the enemy lines, and my sneaky gits did get caught in an ambush of their own design, so more casualties than we wanted to. So 279 lost, ate a bit of laborers, and we could easily occupy the settlement. We're going to turn it into a tower for sure. If we had to tier 3, you need 125 conclave influence. Is it worth spending the influence up to tier 2? I'm going to go for no. I'd like to have another seat, and we'll have one next turn. But if we weren't about to gain another seat, I'd say, yeah, we absolutely probably should. We'll grab another tower for us. Bay of Blades. Your convoy has returned from the perilous Bay of Blades, where the Norse tribes of Scaling and the Sarl settle their grievances in blood. No blood was spilled this time, however, and your trading party did not return and be handed. We gained a feral mammoth, as well as a everlasting glacier. This shard of unmeltable ice is a symbol of Norse tribes and their boundless loyalty to the ruinous ones. They gave it to us? That seems suspicious. It definitely won't corrupt you. Give it to whoever you want. Alright, Zhatan, you gained one more skill point. You are up to rank 10, so I think we are going to start holding off on his skills, and then we're going to be just dumping them all into these unique ones. Subjugator isn't going to be a first grab. The black for regeneration, also pretty nice. But I think we'll probably go for the first ones here being Subjugator and the General of Zharr. And then we can start buffing him to high heaven with all of his extra abilities. Or to high HASHUT. So, Pithukir, we'll go ahead and give you, I think, evasion. We'll start working on some of his stronger spells there. Up to and including the Flame Storm. Actually, does Zhatan have? No, he cannot. It is an arcane item, so we'll give it to you. The Lad of Flame and Smoke. Here, have an Everlasting Glacier. Keep your shield out. I'm here pretty much all week. We'll grab Gorduz, we'll grab the... Ooh, Faded, what does this do? Something is keeping Gorduz alive when he really should be dead in a ditch somewhere. Or at least that's how it appears to literally everyone else. So this makes him a better hero. We have to move through there, though, to get to the Sneaky, which gives Vanguard for all of our Hobgoblin units, as well as Gorduz. That's pretty great. Ron, if you know what's good for you. We go ahead and shoot him for the last point there, and then we'll start working down the Sneaky route. Faded, Lucky, and Sneaky. For Gutrex, we'll go ahead and give you also better cargo capacity. to get some more trains rolling as soon as we can. But for now, I am out of time for today. I've been Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the light god and a sub for the sub phone, and I will see you on the next one.